Welcome. I hope you are marvelous today and very tulis on this Mother's Day, Sunday, May 10th, 2026. The mother exists because of the father. A natural child has one mother and one father, regardless of people's narratives. It is sad when young women get exploited into bad experiences at too young an age by those who harbor unresolved issues, who try to conceal envy and greed against all other people. Generational trauma ensues. Hold these women accountable, more so if they become mothers. Honor those mothers whose authentic life path, including before they became mothers, beyond incomplete stories and narratives and deceit, is one where they chose to pursue gratitude rather than envy, and generosity rather than greed. Encourage and foster this outlook in all young women. Unresolved envy and greed lead to narcissistic abuse, characterized by manipulative behaviors such as gaslighting and a lack of empathy. Their victims will experience significant emotional distress and confusion, making it crucial to identify, be aware, and recover. Narcissistic abuse creates the behavior it later punishes. A narcissist dehumanizes a person over time, undermining their self-respect, safety, and sense of worth. The victim adapts to survive, fawning, shrinking, people-pleasing, losing boundaries. Then the narcissist, and sometimes others, point to those trauma responses and say, "See, this is why you get treated this way," as if the trauma behavior brought on the abuse. This is how narcissistic abuse becomes a self-fulfilling, self-sustaining loop, and how victims are blamed for the harm done to them. People's ability to adapt is remarkable, but it gets exploited into maladaptive behavior. Bad faith actors use mind control tactics to force others to adapt and conform into being exploited. Beware of trusting a person with a history of betrayal and deceit. The first times they betray trust early in their life, they contend with a natural, strong guilt signal. But with every subsequent betrayal, that signal atrophies. Over time, the brain adapts, behavior shifts into ruthlessness, cruelty, and sadism. When someone has repeatedly learned that betrayal is acceptable and has not been sorted out, they will continue that path. Stay vigilant around those people. It could save your career or, in some cases, your life. As you value your agency, clarity, and the sanctity of your soul, be hard to access and spend time with, but readily available at any time, even if it would massively inconvenience you, to a select few. You are not a public utility. People are entitled to stress test whenever they please. So it is healthy to limit access to yourself by limiting your exposure to others. And yet, you should know how to show up for those who matter the most to you, when they most need you. Experience helps us to be vigilant, in proper balance, and to not be deceived. Be elusive to most, but ever present for a few. Being the most agreeable in a group is a recipe for failure. Agreeableness suppresses conflict in the short term, but provides no information about actual alignments. It is avoidance mistaken for peace. When disagreements are suppressed, they remain, and the person who does not push back is not safe. They are trapped in compliance, often exploited into doing so. That's when alignment breaks and the group collapses. Unconditional agreeableness, or going along to get along, without proper boundaries, leads to exploitation and poor outcomes. Success comes from being cooperative and willing to punish defection or stand up for yourself. A key insight from game theory is the prisoner's dilemma, where two people must decide whether to cooperate with each other or betray one another, with the outcomes depending on their choices. The optimal collective outcome occurs when both cooperate, but rational self-interest often leads to betrayal, resulting in worse outcomes for both. In a one-shot game, defection is the dominant strategy. In repeated games, more like real groups, that is, the real-life application in the long game or the long run, cooperation can evolve and thrive under the right conditions. Some of the best antidotes that come with the freedom of awareness are to decide not to play some games, to own your true lived experience, well-grounded in reality and balance, vigilance, and to help and lead others as well. The Babylon Bee, fake news you can trust, reports. Oil tanker slips anonymously through Strait of Hormuz by adding fake nose and mustache. And Nancy Pelosi says stop asking if aliens are real, or she will order the mothership to fire its super laser at Earth. Until you see me again, Duliness saves the universe. Be well, everyone.